Okie dokie. I believe that this is live, and it's every week or every day we're doing a Google Hangout. But there's major issues, first of all, and it's a good thing we're gonna get training because I don't know how to invite people early. I have no idea how to actually start it live. So right now, and have people there. So like right now we're live and nobody's here. Okay, and if I was the creator of this technology, I would assume that if you were gonna go out and get on a stage and talk, you come out and everybody's there in the audience, it's live. Like when you start a Google Hangout, you basically have to start talking with no one there, and it's pretty freaky. So anyhow, it's kind of cool though because it's all brand new technology, and here we have the X-Man, Brian Collette. Brian, how you doing, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How's it going?
It's going great, man. How you doing? Is it just me and you partying here, or what? Hey,
Yeah.
I figured. You know what I did though? Right when you sent me that link, I invited my whole circle. So maybe if we build up them circles, start blasting them, get them in.
I mean, we're finally live. It says there's 2 viewers, but the thing is, like, I mean, wouldn't you think that you could say, hey, we're going to do a Google Hangout at 8:30. Here's the link, everybody, because if you want to come to the show, here's your ticket to the movie. Be here at 8:30. But this is like, you got to start at 8:30, and then you start inviting people. I don't know. It sounds...
Yeah, there's no way to schedule it. There's no way to schedule it, and you have the link. It's just a Google Hangout, then you have to start talking and going.
Okay. I mean, well, it's not... Obviously, not everything's custom fit to my liking.
I'm about to start looking at it. We can customize everything.
There we go. How you doing, Nick?
Hey, I gotta put the girls to bed. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Nick, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Steven?
Nick, how them Twitter followers, Doug?
Huh. Yeah, like 3,000 Twitter followers, bro. It's insane.
Bam!
Are you guys...
379 as of right now.
I'm tweeting my little butt off. Hey, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, finally figured out how to connect in here. It offered me several options, like join the Hangout, watch the Hangout, invite people to the Hangout. So
Okay, and we're all just figuring it out. So, let's see. Are you able to put the link into the Join My Mentor room, and even send it to me so I can put it onto Facebook?
the link to
The live.
here, let me pull this up because I'm running on my phone again.
Okay.
I'm right here at my computer.
Yeah, you might have more success, but I don't know if I invited you guys early, but until I went live, nobody was able to show up. Are you able to do this, this tagging or whatever this is, this graphics, branding, marketing?
Turn off camera. I don't know where that option is here on my...
Well, I didn't mean to overwhelm you. Let's do the link first.
Okay, let me see if I can find my way back in here.
Okay, so, right here, for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Steven Munson. We're part of Join My Mentors, and really which that means is we are enabling people to brand themselves, to learn how to make, to create your own list, to start a list, how to develop the concept of traffic and free traffic, buying traffic, media buys, solo ads, and some other technology that's actually already created that we have been viewed to, and we're founding members of a company that is going to show you how to realistically streamline your efforts online to put all the social media sites, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of them into one dashboard with your blog, and the ability to do email marketing, text marketing, and to generate free leads. This is, in my opinion, one of the most powerful tools that I've ever seen developed, and we're going to have the ability on our team to be the first ones to be able to use it in any vertical market. And what we're going to focus on is the Big Idea Mastermind. So if you're here tonight and you're wondering what the heck is the Big Idea Mastermind and what is Join My Mentor and how does it relate to you? Well, let me just say this, a brief little story. That Big Idea Mastermind was created by Vic Streishaus. Mute people's background. Thank you, Paul. So Paul's supposed to be live on air, and Nick, if you could mute your background, I guess when you're not talking, is that what you're referencing to, Paul, or when Brian was on earlier? Because I don't hear any noise myself. I believe it was, okay. So one way or the other, what we're doing here is Vic Streishaus, in case you're unfamiliar with Vic whatsoever, is he created the Big Idea Mastermind. Now, through his creation of the Big Idea Mastermind, which is basically this, so you know, it's a very powerful sales and marketing funnel and system, and realistically what it is the team within the Empower Network. And he started the Empower Network just the beginning of this year, 2013, in January. He's since done over $850,000 in personal income, but he's developed a large team of over 500 people. Of those, about 80 of those people are actually founding members. Okay, now, where I come into play and where this team comes into play, Join My Mentor, is I'm one of the founding members, and we're developing a team with the idea in mind to be the biggest team in the Big Idea Mastermind, working directly with Vic Streishaus. Now, he's known as the traffic king because he knows how to get a lot of traffic. So we've been able to get exposed to a lot of his insights and his, what he does to make things work, which we're going to be sharing with you and inviting you to become a part of our team, Join My Mentor. And Join My Mentor is just that. We all have different mentors in life. If you don't have one, then this is your chance today to latch on and be part of something that's far bigger than business. Now, it is far bigger than business, but obviously if you are watching this, you're either doing it for entertainment, you're looking to learn something, you're probably looking to make some money, and this will enable you to get all of those in one place. Okay, so let me go ahead and real quick, I want to ask a couple of questions to Nick to give a little bit of, so everyone who's going to be a panelist here is either going to be brand new or one of the leaders at Join My Mentor. And then I'm going to show you guys how to brand yourself right through these Google Hangouts. So this is not all about, I want to get a bunch of people on a Google Hangout so I can get all the money and I can be, on top of the food chain, and I can be on top of the pyramid, and I'm going to be the King Tut and make 6-7 figures in the next couple months, and then all these awesome people who helped me build this incredible concept are then sitting in the wayside without any money. When you show up to watch one of these Google Hangouts, what I suggest you do is you dial in and figure out who you're going to connect best with so they can help mentor you and they can help show you the ropes, just like I've been able to do with Nick, and just like Nick's already doing with other people. So, as you can see right here, I put my name with my site. That's my Join My Mentor site, which you can opt into right now. What I think is ideal is that Nick is able to do this, and any other panelists are going to be doing this. So when you're attending this, for example, when other people are attending this, whoever is watching this, you can be saying to yourself, who do I relate to the most? Who actually inspires me? Who's going to help me? I'll tell you what, we're all part of the same team. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. And the good thing is you're then able to say, you know what? I really relate to Nick. I can see how him and I are going to be able to connect. And it's going to be the smart choice that I opt into his list right now so I can get access to what he's doing, and I want to be part of his team with the big picture in mind. Okay? Paul needs an invite. Paul, hey, I'm going to send you another invite. So Paul's my brother. He's working with us, the Munson brothers, on this. So Nick, well, let me ask you, just to get a little background on yourself. And so you guys know, Nick and I went to high school together. We have never done any type of business together. We didn't sit in high school and say, you know what, in 15 years from now, or however many years ago it was, let's be pioneers of the internet. Not saying let's create the internet, but let's go out and create a different culture, a different environment. Let's teach people how to make money online. We never discussed this. This just happened in the last couple months. And so, Nick, just give us a little background on yourself and why you feel like this is going to be a big success for you and your family.
All right. Well, first let me start off and apologize for my lack of picture at the moment. I'm running this from my phone, so I'm trying to learn how to be able to do Hangouts wherever I'm at, so I don't have to be at home every time I do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My laptop, so I think that's pretty awesome. But yeah, like Steven said, 15 years ago, we never said we were going to do anything like this. What happened with me is I'm a full-time college student, I have a full-time job, and it's wearing me down. So I was on constantly. I'm always looking for something to better myself with. And I saw what Steven and Paul were doing a while ago, and I contacted him out of the blue. He didn't know I was going to contact him. But I said, hey, man, what do you got going on? What are you doing? And so he said, hey, man, give me a minute. Let me get back to you. I got something in the works. And then a couple weeks later, I talked to him, and he told me about his vision for what we're doing. And what I got out of the whole thing, what really drew me to it, was the idea that we're going to be helping people accomplish their dreams. Let me go back and say that I'm in school to become a teacher. So being a teacher, that is something that you actually want to help people. People that don't want to help people don't do that. So it automatically drew me in when I realized that not just helping myself and not helping the person that somebody else, but helping someone that comes in that wants to learn from me. And I think that was one of the big things. I mean, of course, everyone wants to make money. I mean, we wouldn't. That's part of life. But being able to help somebody get out of a bad situation or help somebody just better their life is really my favorite part of this whole vision. And I don't know. I'm just super excited. I was talking to a guy this afternoon, and he had seen a lot of the stuff that was going on with what we're doing. And I think this is just going to be very infectious for everybody, because it's not, the way I see it, it's not that we're not looking just to make one hit and get out. We're looking at building lifelong connections here and relationships with people and help people get to where they want to be. And then those people, if they choose to, can help other people get to where they want to be. And that's how I see the Join My Mentor outlook. That's my perspective on it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what, first of all, exactly what happened. And what I think's unique about it is I don't think that the last 10 years, or I've been online for 5 years, I don't think ever that Nick felt like, let me go and contact Steven, I feel really good about it. Or he wasn't like premeditating this for years. As soon as he knew, he felt that I had some sort of shift, either in consciousness and the belief of what I was doing, then he was then attracted to it. And then he said, you know what, I feel something here. I want to go and check things out, because not what Steven's doing, but because of what Nick wants to do. Now, I'm not gonna every time we do a webinar, I'm not gonna always speak about business or always speak about mindset or always speak about money, because realistically, why do you go to work? You go to work so you can have money, to do what you really love. Now, what if you could just do what you really loved and it paid you? That's the concept here. Do what you really love and get paid doing it. And, you know, thanks for sharing, Nick. And I don't know if your screen's frozen on your end or my end, but it is. And Paul, here's Paul Munson. So, Paul, welcome to the panel. And what I was just explaining is that what we're going to be able to do on these Hangouts is put your name and your website, your link, so when people are attending who are brand new, and I'm going to tell you guys a story in a little bit, you know, they can opt right into your list. They can get connected with you directly. So, you know, just a little bit of background on Paul. Paul and I worked together for a good 4 years online, and, you know, probably like maybe 6 months ago, you know, Paul was delivering food in San Diego and flat broke. I believe you were getting like $4 a delivery, plus occasional tips. But the funny thing was, it wasn't even some reliable job. I remember him calling me, and he's going, "Hey, I was like this. Hey, I got to go to work at 4. Well, I got to call at 5," and he's like, just you know, shooting the shit. "Are you at work?" "Well, I'm actually at my house waiting for an order. I get paid per delivery." Okay, so talk about this. That's like the most super part-time, unreliable job ever. But Paul, like all of us, hopefully, do what we have to do to get by. Okay? And you're never going to get this guy. He's a non-excuse. He doesn't make excuses. You don't always hear a lot from him. And it ideally, you know, he is kind of like, he's been a major support in my life. He's been, you know, an innovator in ideas and creativity. He's pushed me to be reliable, to be accountable, to follow up with people. And, you know, it's a vision. It's a visionary. And so Paul's played a major role in my personal success and also the development of Join My Mentor. And, you know, we just had the chance to go down to Miami together, and we've been to a lot of events. I mean, last year alone, I believe we went to like 9 or 10 different events. We went to Dallas, we went to Ohio, we went to Las Vegas, California, Atlanta. We also then went to Cabo. Every single trip was fun because it's your brother and you get to spend time with him, and we don't live together in the same place anymore. But we did it for reasons of connecting. And as you see the title of this, stay disconnected on every level. And we're going to dive into kind of what that means. And we're going to tell you what you need fundamentally to be successful with us and to be successful in business. So, Paul,
good evening.
How's it going tonight? And any just basic, just a brief little about who you are and why you're here today, and why you know what your vision is of the future.
Yeah, you know, touched me pretty hard there, that story about the, you know, delivering the food, because it was a very trying time in my life. And that was about 7 months ago, and I was delivering, you know, food, $4 per delivery plus tip. And, you know, we've been working online for a long, long time, and there's highs and there's lows. And at that point, I was at a, you know, a really, really low place in my life. And, you know, just living in a 200 square foot studio, me and my girlfriend. You know, I had an air mattress, you know, really low on money, you know, just basically had to sell probably 5 of my surfboards just to survive. You know, the blow-up mattress had a hole in it. It was, you know, each night it was just getting lower and lower and lower and lower, you know, just like my confidence. And it was tough. It was tough. But, you know, luckily we've, you know, taken the right steps and found the right system, and things are, you know, so much better now. And the future is really big, and I'm just happy to be on this team. And, you know, made a sale earlier, so I was pumped about that. Been, you know, pretty steady last couple days with a couple sales. So, and the system isn't even, you know, fully working, you know, at 100% right now. The big idea Mastermind system is coming out in 2 or 3 days. And by that time, it's just I see some big stuff about to happen here.
Yeah, and so what do you've been online for 4 years, and I know your story, but someone else watching, they might not know. Um, what's changed? I already know that you made a few $100s. Let's just say $500 in the past week. Okay, online.
Right.
What's different? What do you feel is different?
Um, Really, just the product and what it was. When I first got started online, I was working for a company, and I was basically selling something that I didn't feel good about. The money was good, but inside it wasn't a good feeling to be, you're, I don't want to say this, but you're not like helping people out. And it feels good to actually, start helping people and believe in a product and believe in a company and believe in a system that works, that's actually going to help somebody and empower them to make money. So back then, I did learn a lot about the internet. I learned a lot about driving traffic, a lot about blogging. I just immersed myself in education and how to be successful online. But just the product wasn't right, and the company wasn't right, and the feeling wasn't right, and that's all changed.
Okay, so, and this is good because Paul said the product, which had nothing to do with the product. He says the product because initially you think it's the product. It has nothing to do with the product. Now, what was happening though was evident. Um, Basically, the company provided people the ability to work at home as a recruiter. They paid $300. They got access to jobs. They got all the tools and all the materials to do it from home. They got training, support, customer service. It was set up that you could make money. And less than 5% of people actually made money, just like the recruiting business. I worked as a recruiter. It's extremely hard business. So when you tag that into working at home, it's limited people are going to be successful. Now, it had nothing to do with the product, though. Paul knew that he was not able to empower people. He was not able to help people, so he felt crummy inside because if only 5% of the people that purchase or buy or get on my team are actually going to make money, then I never feel good. If you don't feel good about what you do, it's not sustainable. Okay? It's never going to go anywhere. And I think it's more the culture, the environment, the relationships. It's got to feel good. Okay? Or it's just what everyone who's, I think if you're doing something you don't want to do because you're operating from a place of the desire for certainty. Now, why do so many people always have this 9-to-5 job their whole life? Their whole life. If you even talk to them about an online entrepreneurship, direct marketing, network marketing, the first thing they think is scam. They are operating from a place of first of scarcity, but the need is the need for certainty. Meaning, I have to make sure I can pay my bill or eat, so I have to do this job. I have no other option. Now, we have 6 needs in life, and one of them is certainty. If certainty is your most important need, you're gonna take away from your chances of success, like highly. And if you can get out of that place of fear, you can operate in a major way. And I think it's great what Paul said because now he believes in what he does, and obviously it's evident. And he believes in the product, he believes in the culture. He didn't even mention this. He's now part of a bigger picture of a bigger team, and he actually has a mentor that can show him how to get leads and traffic, that can show him, that plug him into a system that's going to convert highly, and that's going to produce income alone. Now that he's just part of Vic's team, he's just part of Vic Stryhouse team and the Big Idea Mastermind, he's already getting sales before he's done any marketing, before he's bought any traffic, before the system's even developed and live, because he believes in it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to discuss some things that you can start doing right away. What's your part of our team? Now, what we just did today, or actually yesterday, is purchase a solo ad. A solo ad is real simple. You're buying traffic from somebody who has a list. The list has already been generated, and ideally, you get the right provider that has a list for people that want to make money online. What they do is, a lot of times they'll submit the email for you, which isn't a good idea. You're going to put together a customized email. You then provide it to them with the links. And if it's just you, just your link, it's just your link. If there's 4 or 5 of you in a co-op or a team, then there's a rotator. Okay, so we've set that up, and 5 of us, there's about 20 of us that got started in the past 10 days. 5 of us got started on a rotator, and as of tomorrow, leads are going to start showing up in our email marketing accounts. Most of us have Aweber. You can have whatever one you want, and we're going to then have high quality traffic that's going to go directly to our joinmymentor.com sites. So Paul's isn't up, and I think it's smart if he puts it up. So if somebody's watching this, you're like, man, I relate to Paul. He sold his surfboards, okay? And if you don't know him, he doesn't care about anything else in the world. Like, the most important thing to Paul, I'll tell you right now, is surfing, to be in the ocean. He's a really good surfer. For someone to sell their surfboards, it's like a painter having to sell the paintbrush, or the artist having to sell all of his paint. However you want to relate it to. That's probably the hardest thing he ever did. And if you can relate to that.
I'm trying to get that banner to go across. I can't seem to figure it out.
So if you go to Hangout Toolbox, and below it, it says, I don't know. I did it earlier. Just keep messing around with it.
Yeah, I'll get it.
And Nick, is it possible to put it on the phone? I think Nick's frozen. Nick, are you able to put it on the phone? You can just smile and be like, no, I can't put it on the phone. Maybe, I'm figuring it out. Okay, so back to that. We just bought some traffic. Ideally, we're going to go into, are you unmuted now? We're going to go into profit mode immediately, meaning if you have a good system, you have a good product, you believe in it, and you have no customers, no traffic, you don't have anything reliable, then you're just kind of like sitting there hoping and praying. I was part of a company and a co-op marketing thing 6 months ago. Everyone put in money. We weren't getting any leads or traffic. Do you think anyone made money? No one made any money because there was no leads or traffic. Okay, it doesn't matter how good your system is. It doesn't matter how much you believe in it. If you don't have anyone to look at it, you have no way to profit from it. As soon as you get started with us, we're going to dial you in immediately. If you want to buy traffic first day from a reliable source with a converting system, you have it. You have that as soon as you get started with us. Were you saying something, Paul?
Oh yeah, I was just saying that was an interesting co-op, and they weren't doing things right at all. So. Well,
there's a thing here is a lot of people know, because they don't know how to make money, is let me make money. I don't know how to make money on the business, so let me make money on the people that I want to bring into the business. And it's like, okay, so I'm going to charge you guys for a system, and I'm going to make sure you pay me each month, and then we're going to get you all pumped up, and hopefully you make some money, because I'm definitely going to make the money because I just charge you for the system. Well, and Nick could say this. Nick, have I charged you anything to get access to this system?
No.
Okay. Now, not because it's free.
No, it's not.
It's not free. If you don't pay, write this down. If you don't pay attention. It's true. Think about it. Have you ever in your life got something for free and then you just, whatever. If you don't pay attention. The reason I did this is I believe give Nick access to the system instead of and the thing is, some people, they were in a different position. They already have experience. They've already got started with us. They've already worked with us in the past. They paid $97 for us to set up their system, and they're paying $29 a month. Now, Nick's going to pay $29 a month to have access to this, but why do I have to go and charge him before he has some sort of results? So if you've been in the type of position in the past and you're like, hey, you know what, I got started and I felt really good about this and I paid some money for this and this and I never got any results, well, shame on you and shame on them. And we're not going to operate like that here. I'm here to empower you. If you want to go learn a different business, you want to go do something online or offline, you need the same fundamental technology. You need the same fundamental techniques. You need to get people to your list. You need to get people inside your restaurant. You need to get people on your buyers or sellers list if you're a realtor. However it works, you need to attract people. We haven't even like started chipping away on the things that we have to help each one of you. And Paul and I just got off the phone 30 minutes ago with the developers of this system. If you've ever heard of Hootsuite, it's like that, to the next level. It really is. It's like Hootsuite on HGH. Okay, so this is what I want to focus on now. As soon as you get started, that very second, we're going to put you in, get you access to Join My Mentor site. We're going to plug you into all the training, the Facebook private room, our Skype private room. You're going to get access to start buying traffic immediately. You're going to get tools, concepts, information, training on how to get free and to buy traffic. You're going to have 2 systems. Follow me close. 1 product, 1 financial vehicle, 2 systems. Meaning, the Big Idea Mastermind, created by Vic Streishaus. Google him. He's the traffic king. He has the Big Idea Mastermind system. It's coming live before you know it. I'll tell you about my phone call with him this morning in just a minute. The system is the Ferrari, the Rolls Royce, the private jet, the Lamborghini, the best brand new surfboard on the planet. It's the best system I've ever seen. I'm not saying that because I want to sell you on it. I'm saying that because I believe in it. I know it has so much value, and I know that it's going to convert. And maybe, his last system converted at a rate of about 30%. He's so confident that it's going to be doing a lot better than that. Okay? You're going to have access to that. You're also, and you can't just go buy it. It's worth $5,000. You actually can buy it for $5,000, but you can't even buy it yet, okay? Because we're going to get exclusive rights to it, so we can, have a little competitive advantage. You're going to get access to that. You are grandfathered into that by going through a Big Idea Mastermind founding member, which is Paul and myself. So that's cool, and that's going to be for each one of you. Then you're going to get access to the Join My Mentor site. And you're like, why would I need 2 things? Well, do we all appeal to different things? I'm not attracted to the same girls as Paul is or Nick is or vice versa. Now, maybe I like chocolate ice cream, which I don't, and Nick likes strawberry ice cream. Maybe he doesn't. We all like different things. Now, the same is true with websites and funnels. What's beautiful is this. I have just today, and we had a very funny, I shared my chat with HostGator, and it was seriously like another language. I was figuring out how to get this thing. It's called a click rotator, but it's a little bit unique, meaning I send out an email blast through the solo ad provider or through my own list. Somebody goes, and 90% of people click on the link once. There's a small 10% that will go back in a day or 2 days or 3 days and click on the link again. What happens is, the first time they click on the link, let's say they go to the Big Idea Mastermind. Let's say they don't do it. They go back a week later. Who knows why they didn't do it? They click on the link again, the same link. It's going to then send them to Join My Mentor. Okay? It's a different ice cream. It's a different outfit. And then now you have a second chance to help them, to show them what you have. It's powerful. I don't know if everyone out there is doing that, but I know that we're going to do that because it increases your income. It increases your reach. It increases the amount of people that you get attracted to you because you offer one of our needs instead of certainty is variety. There's variety there. Okay, so you're going to have access to that. Now you got access to first two systems that have one financial vehicle. You're not going to hear me go and explain some compensation plan. I'll make it simple for you. You're going to get access to a $5,000 system right now, okay, this very second by going to my link, since I'm the only one who put it up there, and I know that after I did this, next time we do a Google Hangout, everyone on the panel is going to have their link there. Okay? You can see Paul, I just felt his frustration, like, man, where's my freaking link? Now, don't get worried about it. There's only going to be 5,000 people who watch this. Okay? And all those 5,000 people, you're going to actually, now you're only, let's say that you liked Paul and you're like, his brother is just, shut up, but it's the only link I can see. Okay? So you're going to opt in right now, spend $25. You're going to get access to the platform, the blogging platform. We'll go into a minute. You become an affiliate. You get access to a merchant account for $19. It's really hard to get a merchant account, first of all. You have to have excellent credit. You have to go through all this process. You have to set it up so you can accept money to get paid directly. Now, there's all these training and products that teach you how to make money online from some of the top people in the entire world, ran through the Empower Network with Dave Wood and Dave Sharp. We have a big advantage on what is already a gigantic company that's growing rapidly with over 100,000 affiliates is we have Vic with the reputation. It's attracting people left and right. We then have the Big Idea Mastermind system and funnel, and then we just went and said, okay, if that wasn't already easy enough, let's just go ahead and just boom, and we're going to add in one more thing, another team to really just be able to offer that variety, offer that backup support, offer the different mindsets, offer everyone being able to work together and having a funnel already set up in place. Okay, adds value. Now, and then you just go ahead and get access to it immediately, so it's $25. And you're going to get access to a $5,000 system. And then you're going to say, hey, you know, I need to get leads and traffic. Do you want to buy it, or do you want to learn how to do it for free? That's up to you. Or do you want to do both? And we're going to plug you in. Okay, and then you get paid. It's 100% commissions, and you can buy all the products. So you can go through and, you know, there's different, it's all right there at the site. You know, go all in, get all the products, go tap full into this, and you're going to be on the stage with all of us in Chicago, you know, holding big, gigantic checks over our head with big amounts addressed directly to you. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so Paul is going to touch on the importance of, and excuse me guys, I've been sick for like 3 days. You know, I don't know if anyone knows this, but extremely sick for about 3 days and just doing the best I can. So if I do sound a little bit groggy or sick, it's, you know, because I am. So Paul's going to touch right now on, you know, the importance of blogging, and you're going to have access to a blog. Now, this isn't just your standard blog. It's already set up for you. So you just plug and play. All the training's in place. It's linked to your merchant account. Now, let me give you a little bit of background on blogging before Paul, you know, he's going to go into, he's just going to touch on, you know, how we can be consistent with it and be accountable. And you can do it on your spare time, and then the advantages of doing it. Blogging is 70% of businesses utilize blogs for their traffic, for their customers. You know, 70% of businesses use blogs. In fact, most people spend more time reading blogs than like websites or social media sites. So they're everywhere. A blog that you write today will be money in your kids' pockets tomorrow for the days on end. They stay there forever. So what we do, and what I personally like to think that it's good to focus on, is to write a blog that adds value. Show someone value. If you want to blog about cooking, I'm going to start a cooking blog in March. And every day, I'm going to put together a different meal, either on the go, on the road, either raw, organic, or juiced, or something that's, I love to make these veggie burritos that I really honestly feel are the best veggie burrito on the planet. Okay, and maybe I'm just full of it, but they're really good, and I'm going to do a blog about it. I also want to blog about surfing. So I live in Hawaii. I'm not there right now. I'm in Atlanta traveling. In Hawaii, I want to do something called a Dawn Patrol blog that I wake up each morning early. I get a GoPro. I go out. I surf some waves, and I do a short little blog on it. I'm not asking anyone to buy anything. I'm attracting people to me so then I can offer them the opportunity to make money anywhere, to be part of this team. It's not about business. It's about you. It's about you wanting to do what you want to do when you want to do it, no matter what anyone says to you. Not being selfish, but being selfless. Okay, so Paul, just what do you feel like would be smart for somebody if you're brand new, if you're on the team already, you're getting started right now? What do you think you should do? What should everyone, plug into, and why is blogging important in your opinion?
Well, blogging really is one of the best forms to get free traffic, free leads, and for $25 to have your own, syndicated WordPress blog all set up, it's a great deal. The reason that Empower Network's blog system gets picked up so fast by Google and the robots is basically because there's so much traffic going through Empower Network's site. They're ranked at about 450 on Alexa.com, which ranks different websites' traffic, how many people are going to those exact sites. So blogging's cool. And you don't have to just blog about Empower Network. You can basically blog about anything that you want. If you're in a different company, you can blog about that. You can put different links, different videos, so you can drive traffic to basically any company that you're in. It doesn't have to be just Empower Network. But I'm basically focusing on anyone in our group. I would like to, start something up where I want to blog every single day with the whole team for 90 days straight. One blog per day. So that's basically my take on blogging.
Cool. And so, and I think this is great for people to understand. Paul, you've done some blogs, but you haven't been consistent blogging, just like myself. And it was for several reasons. First of all, we were engaged in something that we both knew was going to be a gigantic, not only financial opportunity, but the opportunity to help other people. Nick and I, back to us going to high school together, like, far more important to me, the paychecks I'll get, the money I'll have in my bank, the chances of being able to travel, is when Nick says, you know what, Steven, man, thanks for helping me, open up my eyes, and then watching, and then all the money Nick starts to make, okay, so that's there. But then after that, when Nick goes and does the exact same thing with you, that's what I think life's all about. It's not about the money, because you get the money, then you're maybe miserable. Okay, now what if you had a way, a surefire way, that you could help virtually anyone willing to learn how to make money online, how to not have to go to the job it's wearing them out, how to be able to, like Brian, and I don't know if Brian's still here, you can see his silhouette. And Brian we also went to school together. And Brian's worked online with me for 4 years, and he's never made money. He's made a little bit, but nothing to keep him around except for his faith. And he's got a wife. He has 4 kids, 2 girls that are twins, and he has a full-time job and a part-time job. He's doing this so he doesn't have to do that anymore, so he doesn't have to go into work anymore. And, something simple as writing a blog about what you love, what you enjoy, to get people to come to your site, to get free leads and traffic, that then you put into a marketing system like Join My Mentor and Big Idea Mastermind, but then you get paid 100% commissions through Empower Network with your own merchant account. How can you lose? You can't. You really can't. Now, Nick is a good example. So, Nick, do you have? I don't even know if you could do this. Maybe on my end, but I know you have a blog, and you could put it up in the. I don't know if you could put it in the chat, but we could show it here. I think it'd be cool to show everyone. You know, do you have a recent blog that you could share the link with me?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
If you go to the Empower Network and just type, do a / the Barnes Biz, it'll bring you to my most recent, which I'll try and show you on the phone here.
It looks
the
great,
last
man.
one I did, was on the 17th. I've been blogging pretty regularly, and I'll put another one up tonight. You can just see I just started in January, and I really got into it since February started. But what you can see, what I've done is, okay, so this one is about the Big Idea Mastermind here, okay? But not every blog I'm writing is going to be about the Big Idea Mastermind. It's not all going to be about join my mentor. I'll mention it in there at some point, but if all in my personal opinion, if I saw someone all they were doing was blogging about the same thing over and over, I personally am not going to look at that. But you can look at, like, here's what happened to me on Friday night. Last Friday, I was driving in Cape Canaveral. I got a flat tire, and some amazing things happened to me. I met this amazing person and his girlfriend who went out of their way to try and help me for no reason. No reason at all, except that I said, man, I need help. Somebody's going to come help me. And they came, and they helped me. And, I just wrote a blog about it. And the guy wouldn't let me give him $1, or he wouldn't let me. I gave him some advice on where to get a hotel. He came in to go fishing and camping with his wife or his girlfriend. And so when I blog, I'm just blogging about everything. And the platform for it is super easy. They have it set up in the back office to be able to make it very difficult for yourself, or if you're very knowledgeable, to do whatever. They've made it so you can do it simply and get the same results as someone who already has tons of knowledge on the inner workings of like SEO and stuff like that. So, I'll show you another one right here. This is a paper I wrote for one of my classes in schools about Piaget versus Vygotsky and different learning theories that they worked on. I love it because you can just blog about anything you want. And like Steven said, he's going to work on starting in March on a blog about I think it's a great way. You could either go with that.
I'm going to blog about cooking my awesome burritos and surfing Dawn Patrol.
Yeah, I like those. Those are great ideas. Those are the kind of things that will get people to follow you. I've gone with some of my papers I've written for school because I want to show people that, look, it's not that hard. If college students see this, it's not that hard. If you're already writing something, you can use that. And if things happen in your life, you can use that too.
So let me ask you this, Nick. Shoot straight with us. Nick, you're a teacher, or you're going to become a teacher?
I'm going to school to become a teacher. I'm in school now.
So you're obviously, I believe that most teachers are extremely smart, meaning that you're obviously a lot smarter than most of us. That's why this blog was so easy for you to do.
Well, I don't think so, because I'm going to be an elementary teacher. So I only need to be smarter than 6th graders.
I'm just trying to figure out, was it really that easy? Or is it, you're making it sound that easy? Because I think it's important that people know, how hard blogging to me sounds hard.
I'll tell you the truth. Writing the blog itself, getting the material, was very easy. I had to go do some research about how to do my headings, because you see where I wrote a movie review on the movie Warm Bodies, and you see where, here, I'll turn it around, the camera around real quick again. If you can see where it's in big red words, they have different headings. And so there's videos you can watch that tell you the importance of what you want in your headings and your keywords. So I took a minute, and it took me 10 minutes to read up on that. And when my first blogs look really horrible and have like no headings. But then I just, I kept at it for a couple of weeks, and I don't know, I didn't take a long time on everyone. I mean, if you listen to the videos in here, they say, you might spend an hour. I mean, I think at the start you might, but once you get better, you'll probably go faster. But, I mean, there's all sorts of things that I had to learn, but it wasn't that hard.
That's awesome.
Like putting pictures in, I mean, that's super easy. There's just a button that says Add Media, you upload a file, and it puts it right in there for you.
That's really cool. It really, I just said that because it really is that easy. And it's something that you can do for life.
The cool thing about it is the training in the back office is so good. They basically teach you exactly how to blog. I mean, they teach you, what's going to be picked up, who's searching for what to write about. You want to write about up-and-coming stuff, things that people are talking about, popular subjects. And it's pretty cool. If you just keep doing the steps, blog every single day, the leads are going to start rolling in. So it's pretty basic. If you just follow the instructions in the back office, the training, blog every day, get a YouTube channel, do a video every day. There's not that many people in the Big Idea Mastermind, so we kind of have a good opportunity here to, a lot of people are looking at this, and, there's going to be a lot of people joining this team for sure.
Yeah, and so that brings me to my example, and there's a gentleman who I was able to meet, Paul was able to meet in Miami last weekend when we were with Vic, and he did a Millionaires Mastermind retreat that we're going to be inviting everybody to. If you're part of our team, and we're going to be all working our butts off because we're all going to go to the next event, which is going to be April or May, unannounced where it's at, and you got to be there. I mean, you got to be there because it's going to change your life. And it, going to this event helped change my life and helped show me what's possible. It helped give me the courage to say, you want to know what? I'm going to take myself out of it, and I'm going to start empowering other people and teaching them how to do the same things that I already know how to do because of the big picture here. And you're going to have the chance to connect with Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, who are the owners of the company, and then other marketers who have all different types of backgrounds. And you're going to love it. You got to be there. So you're going to get invited to that. And the gentleman we met, if you Google Big Idea Mastermind, his page is ranked top 5 on Google. I already know, got to be there. I already know Nick's already going to be there at the event. He already is there. And this gentleman, Paulo, he has his site ranked the first page of Google. And I've already know he's made about $30,000 in the past month. I asked him. I know he has a list. I know that some of the money was generated from his list. I know that roughly about 10,000, let's say, was generated from the attraction of people on the internet via his blog.